You wanna sit here? Let's sit here where you got more room.
No, I'm good.
Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. Roll call
Gary Mertig,
here.
Martin Vitek.
Yep.
Michael Berlin,
Yeah.
Rich Huber,
Yes.
William Metzinger.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I got one. If we could add, I'd like to talk about County F.
Okay,
Yeah,
Where you want?
add it below 8, between 8 and 9 there.
okay,
Oh, I'll make a motion for the agenda is.
so amend the agenda. to
Amend the
add-
agenda to that.
Okay,
effect.
any other?
I would second it.
Okay. So is the motion been made and second to approve the agenda with adding County F after item 8? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Minutes from October 10th, 2022.
I move we approve the minutes.
Motion by Marty. Is there a second?
I'll second it. Huber.
By Rich. Okay, motion made and seconded to approve the minutes of October 10th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Any public comment that we in advance?
We have not had any registered or called in, and it does not show anybody online.
Okay. Then we'll go to commissioner reports.
All right, so we'll start with employees. I don't know if all of you have met Marcy Henry. She's our new office manager, took over for Amber. Amber's been still coming in and helping her out as needed, probably once a week or so. She stops in and goes over whatever she needs help with. Other than that, we don't have any changes in employees. It's all the same now since we hired Dylan Lauber in September, so he'd be our newest after Marcy. Work schedule. So on the county roads, we've been doing some brushing on GG south of Clam Lake. We've been doing some brushing on N, patching, made our salt sand, just getting the trucks, everything ready for winter, and obviously we're plowing here and there. For this on the state highways, we've been getting ready also patching and what have you. We just finished a decent sized project up on US 2 on the Fish Creek Bridge, Long Bridge, just out of west of Ashland. We had a contract with the state for up to $125,000 to add riprap under that bridge. It was getting really scoured out right along the piers and deep. They were concerned that they are actually talking about if we couldn't get rock under there, they would have to close the bridge to 1 lane each way. They were concerned about the structure. So we set a lot of rock right off the bridge, what we could reach with our excavator. Then we hired a company to come in with a couple barges, and we were able to, there's only 5 feet of water, 5 feet from the water to the bottom of the bridge. So we would load up one side of the bridge, and they had some hydraulic cylinders and a big I-beam, and it would slide it under the bridge and push it off along them piers. So we were able to get a lot of book.
Is that barely in Ashland County?
It
Or
is in Bayfield
It's
County.
in Bayfield County. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think.
Yeah. DOT approached me and asked me if we could do it. They knew that we had the capabilities to do it. It's a little bit different than.
Yeah, he's there about almost a week and a half, almost 2 weeks.
We were there for a week in early November, and then another week at the right after hunting season.
I thought I recognized our trucks out there. I said, what the heck we doing in Bayfield County? I said, oh, it must be another one of those culvert things. Bayfield County
Yeah.
showing us to do work again.
But
That's what I
we
just
do
thought.
kind of maintain up, we plow up to the roundabout and kind of, we do a lot of the maintenance there, and then they plow like 137 up to Sanborn Avenue and
You
118
don't
up
do
to.
the roundabout though, do you?
We plow through it, yeah. We both, us and Bayfield County both, we come through the roundabout and we actually go turn around by the visitor center entrance. Is it G? And then Bayfield County also comes in. So between the two of us, we take care of the roundabout. Yeah. And yeah, they plow 137 and 118. We do not plow either of them highways. So
How did you find a company to do that riprap for you with that?
it's a guy I know that I grew up with.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I had contacted Arnie Nelson on the Madeline Island, and he didn't have any barges that were low enough to fit under there. So I know a guy he was from Upper Michigan that I grew up with that does some of that work.
That was part of that 125,000.
Yes, yep. Yeah, we pay him out of that money, but so yeah, we did all the equipment work and all the hauling and they brought the barge down to get the rock.
How big of stuff did you put in there?
Extra heavy is from 10-inch to 30-inch, but I mean, they were averaging like big, 2 foot plus. Yeah. Yeah, it worked out really well. We put about 450 ton of rock underneath that bridge. Plus another, well, we put 99 bags. These rock bags are like a rope bag that you put 2 ton of just small rock in them. In each bag, we put 99 of them along the front and around the pier ends, and that we can just set with the excavator off of the bridge.
Did you say Long Bridge in Ashland?
Yeah,
Oh,
yep. And then we'd set a bunch of rock, what we could reach off the bridge. So all in total, well, so 450, 650, probably about 800 ton of rock we placed around that bridge.
does the state come and inspect it when you're done?
So they were there the first part of the job. When we worked underneath, they were not there. Well, one guy did stop in, but I don't know. They were starting to get some ice, so they didn't want to they didn't dare take their little boat out to use their sonar to kind of shoot it around. So they'll be inspecting it in the spring to see if it was enough rock or how it's looking. But yeah, that went very well. It was good. It was a good extra job for us.
Do we make any money or do we go in the hole in that project?
Well, we charge hourly rate.
Yeah.
We get our hourly rate for our guys, and we have a set rate for all the equipment. So, and then we pay for the material and pay for the. So no, we would not. There's no way to lose money if
Yeah.
we went over to 125,000. We would charge them on our regular RMA. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's no loss to the county. It's all gain. So.
You put that broken stuff in? You didn't put smooth rock in?
Yeah, we hauled it all out of Poppy Road, the Milestone pit there. So yeah, that's basically work schedules. Anybody have any questions on that? Going forward, obviously it's winter time. We're gonna be plowing. We did buy our new chipper, our used one. We had talked about that before. We found a chipper. We paid 86,000, I think, total for it. So it was a little bit older. It was a 2013. It had just over 1,000 hours, real nice shape. We feel real comfortable with it. We haven't used it yet. One benefit about it, it's old enough. It doesn't have some of the new emission stuff, the DEF and that. So that's a lot less maintenance usually. So yeah, I think we got a good machine, and we'll be moving forward on GG, continuing on our chipping program there, widening that road out. So the right
How much did we have in the budget for that?
we had 100,000. You guys remember we had ordered a new one, and it was supposed to be right around 100. And then they said when it came in, it was probably going to be 140, and they actually were wanting like 150 something for it. And it was like, no way. So
Yeah.
we had talked about you guys give me the go ahead to try to find a good used one and purchase that. So that's how that worked out. Just another update along that order. So our equipment budget for 22 this year, we still have 40, maybe $47,000 left in there. We were unable to purchase a 1-ton truck in 22 that, Ford quit making the F-350s for a year. So that's just now I'm seeing emails coming that they are available again. So I'm thinking, we should move forward with that purchase. It'll happen in 23, but it was budgeted for in 22, but we weren't able to do it. So I'd like to move forward with that. If you
Just out
guys,
of curiosity, I don't know if any of us know anything about this or not. was in Duluth this week and Friday, as a matter of fact. And as you come across the Butnick Bridge, you get off on Garfield Avenue and you go you sneak through there.
Mhm.
All these, what do you call it? Cab chassis pickup or, trucks.
Mhm.
They're just ton of them.
Yeah,
There's gotta be hundreds of them sitting down there waiting to be delivered or whatever.
that's a All-Tech manufacturing facility right there. They make booms for like bucket trucks and, utility trucks for working on the power lines and the phone lines. So them are all chassis waiting to go into All-Tech to get a boom on them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then they're in the backlog.
Yeah, they're obviously they've gotten a lot of chassis.
Yeah.
They
there's-
need to
gotta have
get
it
building
again.
booms. Yeah,
Alltech always has ads in the paper looking for people too.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a big, if you look back toward the Lakeway, there's a huge manufacturing facility there, an All-Tech facility.
Mhm.
So,
Wow. I didn't know
Okay,
but yeah, if you want, I can give you update on the Blatnick Bridge there. I was at a DOT meeting in November, I think. They gave a update. So that bridge is slated for replacement between Duluth Superior to Blatnick Bridge. They don't have a years yet in. Right now, it's estimated at $1.8 billion.
I'll do that.
that.
And when they close it, when they go to work on it, they're unsure yet what they're gonna do. If they might build the new center span alongside of that one, get that built and then take the old bridge out and then connect it in. If that's the case, the bridge will be closed for 3 years. If they decide to demo the whole old bridge and build it in the same exact place, that roadway will be closed for 5 to 6 years.
Mm.
So it would only be the Bong Bridge.
We went through there on Friday and we went to that show, that ice fishing show up there. And it looked like they just sawed the bridge right off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we came around on two, where you come around the next bridge, whatever that one is. There's a roundabout in there. And you want to see a madhouse, I'll tell you, there's more cars in there than needed to be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a mess. It'll put all that traffic out to the Bong Bridge
Mhm.
for 3 to 6 years when that happens. So they don't have a start year. I want to say they're hopeful for 27, but I don't know that for sure. So,
People don't know how to drive roundabouts.
and especially them ones, that one's a 2-lane roundabout, so they're especially kind of confusing.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
you got
put
semi
those-
after
When you
semi.
put the semis in there and stuff like that, yeah, trucks.
So yeah, that's upcoming, it doesn't affect us right here in Ashland County, but a lot of us go to Duluth for
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of reasons, so.
Yeah.
Don't ever take that, if you're up above the hill by the mall,
Mhm.
don't ever take that back road to get down to the bridge.
Mhm.
Used to go across the bottom and all that. Don't ever go that way.
No.
No, as soon as you get down the bottom of the hill, they're in the residential area.
Yeah,
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 Is that 40th Avenue?
it's 21st.
yeah.
Or
20,
21st?
Yeah, it used to, connect out to the freeways. Well, that's
Okay,
all
yeah.
cut off now, so you have to go down to Superior Street and come through the residential area and yeah, it's
That's gonna be a mess.
okay.
so. As far as 22 construction, our highway GG job was completed in October. I'm very happy with that. That project came out very nice. That's my reports. Bill.
I was asked about political things. Looks like there's some that are on the right of way.
Mhm.
And the election's all done
Mhm.
and the signs are still up. How long do they stay up or does after a while, does the county just tear them down or?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't asked the state. They haven't said anything yet. They usually like to see them about a week after the election's gone.
But there's
But
So
there's a big difference. in Bayfield County, if they're in the county right away, the county actually takes them down and takes them to the shop. And then if that's your sign, you come and pick it up.
Yeah.
Which never happens. In Ashland County, we got people putting them in the right of way. That's not
Well,
where they belong.
I know,
If
but
they're in your yard off the right
Yeah.
of way, that's fine, but they
Yeah.
don't belong in the ditch.
Right.
The state kind of looks the other way during, up until the election.
Yeah,
They haven't pressed it, but they have the right to remove them if they want,
but
but
I know Bayfield County was doing it a year
But
ago.
but has
Yeah.
Ashland County got any plans to remove them like in spring?
we haven't talked about it, but we should remove them anytime now. I mean, they should be getting out of
Probably
there.
frozen.
Well, if they make the winter, they're gonna be lucky. The snow.
Yeah,
Well, I
Storm
just-
coming.
You know,
yeah, no, I
so
agree.
by
It's-
spring, they should be gone.
They should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to put up a sign, I'm all for it, you can put out your view, but the election's over, take your sign down and it's done until next round.
On the bright side, there's, every one of those has some nice soft wire in them. That's good if you need to make something.
I worry.
Probably better off taking them down than to hit them with the mower in the spring though. I
Yeah.
think that'd be probably better.
Yeah,
Okay. 6. County-
so county E project. County Highway E we got that grant, the BIL grant to repave that in 23. That project, our engineer estimate for that project was $1.2 million. The actual project came in at bid at 745,000. I'm not sure. I mean, I know everybody was bumping estimates up just because what happened with asphalt this year and thinking it was gonna happen again next year because there was so much federal money coming out into the system that prices were really gonna jump. And they obviously didn't, so it came in at a good price. So that means for our portion, we had budgeted 254,000 for the county portion of that project. Now it's gonna be about 150. So we have a little over $100,000 savings. And that's what I want to talk to you about F on that new agenda item a little bit further down the line, but just wanted to give you an update. That project is in the works. It's bid out. Northwoods Paving was the only bidder at that $745,000. So
Okay.
they're supposedly say they're gonna start fairly early in the summer season once we get going here. So
Good.
that's all I have on 6.
Do they have a certain date that they have to be completed by or have to pay?
There would be a completion date. I don't remember off the top of my
But
head
there
what
is
it
a
is.
completion date in there.
Yes, yep. So that was all handled by the DOT and the engineering firm. So I don't remember the details on that date, but it's generally September with like October 1 is a final date, so.
So your educated guess is that the reason for the difference in price is the anticipated cost of asphalt, basically?
But fuel-
Yeah,
fuel-
fuel prices.
And they certainly didn't buy their gas in Mellon because they're 50 cents higher than Park Falls.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so if you live in Mellon, too bad for you. 'cause
Yeah. It
yeah.
was always high, Melon. It was always high.
50 cents a gallon's a little
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's
I paid $2.99 that day we were dodging trucks in that roundabout.
287 in Park Falls.
280.
Is it?
Hey, Chris.
Wow,
Wow.
that's good.
Quick trip in okay. 257.
Wow.
257. Of course, I topped it off.
Yeah.
Okay, chip seal,
Chip seal project, just to touch base, I just wanted to go over. So we are planning to do a chip seal project on County C from down near the golf course at that end, all the way to Minersville. I have an estimated cost of 350,000. I will be putting that out to bid hopefully in January sometime is my intention to get that out for a bid, just to let you know, that's was in the budget, approved in the budget, and that's still planned moving forward.
okay,
So how much was in the budget?
350.
Okay, now what happens if it goes 450?
We'll have to talk about it.
Okay.
Generally, if I put the projects out for bid, if they come in within the approved budget, I don't bring it to you for approval.
Okay.
because it's already approved. If it comes in at 450, then it's gonna come to the committee and we're gonna say, hey, we're gonna either find another 100,000 or hey, we're gonna
Shorten it up.
shorten it or do something different. Yeah, yep. So yeah, if it's within budget, we go with it. If it's gonna be way over, then we do something else. So.
Bridge deck seal project.
So I looked a little closer at our bridge deck seals. So in my original budget, I had asked for $275,000 of bridge decks. I went over them. They were all inspected this year, re-inspected in August and September. I came up with a list. I don't know if everybody has this paper out right here. On the bottom box of it, I came up with a list of the ones that I want to get a bridge sealer on this year. I called one of the contractors that does that type of work and just got kind of a ballpark dollar amount per bridge or they do it by the square yard. That's why I put the square foot of the bridge in and the square yard of it. And he had said it would be between $50 and $60 a square yard. So I put it in just estimated cost at $60. So I come up with $97,000, which is a considerable amount less than the 275 I had in my original budget.
Who actually does this?
There's two companies that I know of, Norcon and it's a Matthew company.
But we don't, Ashland County doesn't.
No,
Northwest, you mean,
no, it's a Matthew company. They do like crack sealing and that kind of work. I'm trying to think of what. I can't grab the name of the company, but there's two companies that I know of in the state that do bridge deck.
So would you have to put this out for bids then?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So do you want a motion from us or just?
No,
let you
no,
do it?
it's budgeted. I'm just giving you update. My estimate is at 97,000, say $100,000 for these projects. This list of bridges that I'd like to do.
Good.
So if there's no questions, that would bring us into the new agenda item, County Highway F.
I got a question as long as we're on bridges.
Yeah.
Did all the bridges get treated for winter prep, like the
That's
sealer,
self-drain.
the salt spray or whatever?
Do all of them get that?
Did they all get done this year?
As far as sealed?
Yeah.
I believe we sealed everything we wanted.
Because I
to this
remember
year.
at the last meeting, I brought it up and you said, well, we've already started that.
Yeah.
And usually I see those lines. and stuff,
Oh, so that's
unless we got-
anti-icing.
Okay.
I was thinking bridge sealer is something we do in the summertime. We seal them
Okay.
so that it's less chance of the salt products going in. So we do anti-icing ongoing as needed, and it all depends on, like, we're gonna plan to do it tomorrow. We have the storm rolling in Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and it looks like it's gonna be kind of freezing rain to start with. So we're gonna anti-ice all of our bridges tomorrow. We're also gonna late afternoon, we're gonna put salt down on the highway. Just trying to get ahead of the freezing rain.
My point is usually you can
Yeah.
see that. And I don't see anything over on the bridges over there.
We have been doing it as needed. What we really have to watch with that, or what we watch, is we'd like to do it before every storm, and it's especially important as the season starts and as it ends. When your ground temperature is higher than 32 and it drops and you get that ice problem. But a lot of times them storms come in as rain first. You might get a half inch of rain. So it doesn't, if you don't want to spray that on, the rain just washes it out, and now you just put extra salt out in the environment that you didn't, it was a waste. You didn't need to. So it's kind of a balancing act, should we do it or should we not? If we think the temperatures are going to be low enough or it's going to come in as snow and not too much rain, we'll do it. It's just every storm is, we make a determination, but we have done some of it this year.
Okay.
Yeah, we have been.
So every time you go ahead and put stuff down, you keep track of how much you put down and when you did it.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Everything.
you get reimbursed from the.
On the state highways, it's all reimbursed from the state. Yeah, we do some on the county system, which that's just the county cost, but
Good.
I
Okay,
think I see they tore the gas station down in Mellon.
Yes,
Are they going to do something with that bridge there this year?
The whole
Yes.
project.
Yeah.
yep. So in 23, that whole Mellon project is gonna happen. That's gonna new bridge. It's raised up. It's more on that end. It's gonna be, I think, 4 feet higher on that upper end.
But has bids and everything else been gone out for that?
The bids have not went out for that project. I believe that bids in January.
Okay, but that's why they knocked that down?
Yes,
Oh, the state
the
bought
state,
that bill.
the state
Yeah.
bought that,
Yeah,
they bought that and hired a contractor to remove that express mark.
It's gonna be wider there, the road is gonna be gradual.
77 is gonna come
Yeah.
up higher. They're gonna change that whole intersection, so it's not such a wonky angle, and
That's happening next year then.
that will be in 23.
How long is that gonna take?
well, it's gonna be in 2 sections too. You're gonna do the south end up, apparently, the south end by the school and the bridge first. Reroute people, they're gonna reroute you over by the park,
Mhm.
and then they're gonna do the north end second, because they're supposed to come all the way up to Golf Course Road
Yeah,
with the paving.
yep. So that project, they want it started in April. It's a big project. All the sewer and water is getting done right through there too. The city is doing that at the same time. So it's like he says, it's done in sections. There's gonna be a detour route. Some of the traffic is gonna go out to out 77, and then Butler Road brings you back over to 169. And then some of the traffic is gonna get routed out GG to Thomas Street, I believe, that comes out kind of by just past the Rod and Glen there.
I thought they'd wait till school gets done.
They do
That's
not
a
have
big-
time.
That's
No.
a big project,
Yeah,
water, sewer and. the
yeah.
road.
It'll go from April till November.
Yeah, and hope the weather holds.
Yeah.
Usually like, Iron River will take them forever to do that. Remember Iron River? That was a long time they stayed in Iron River.
They're not pulling those tracks out of there downtown Mellon, are they?
No,
They are putting in a new set of tracks. It'll be all
Yeah,
new,
'cause we're working
new
with the state
crossing.
to get
New,
that line fixed.
They're
yes,
supposed to do it the same time as a project.
it is.
That one
Yes,
is.
it'll be part of the project. Yes.
That's a good deal. I mean, at least it'll be matching.
So they're supposed to open up the rail from Mellon down?
I don't know any information on
You gotta
that.
have,
You know, we're trying to get it run back into Ashland again. Yeah,
Back into Ashland?
keep them damn logging trucks off the road.
Yeah, I don't have any updated information. I know Foxy bought the rail line and they're working to open it, but I don't know timelines.
Well, get rid of that ski jump in there too, you know.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
okay, so County F,
So County Highway F. So being that we have $100,000+ savings on County E, and I dropped 175,000 off of the bridge seals. So that leaves about 275,000 in our improvement budget for 23. I am proposing that we pave County F through Butternut from 13 out to that first bridge there just out of town. I haven't talked to the village yet, but our portion, the village would be responsible if they want the parking lanes paved, that them are their responsibility. So I'm proposing we just do the 22-foot driving surface through town. My estimate is 200,000, which I think is on the upper end. It's hopefully around 180. But that roadway, Gary can probably talk about it. We tried to crack seal some of it. We pulled up a lot of it the first time we plowed. It's got a big bad spot right down the wheel route for a long ways.
right at Catholic Church.
Yeah,
Catholic Church up that highway, yeah, they pulled all the patching, and I happened to be at the town meeting, but like a day after it happened, and they were they said, have you driven that? I said, I've driven it. But,
yeah,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
The road needs to be fixed.
yeah. So
How far are we talking about as far
To
as
the
miles?
Christian.
I know,
Bridge.
but how many miles is it?
Oh, it-
0.8 of a mile,
yeah.
How much?
0.8.
0.8?
Yeah, just over 3/4 mile. So, yeah, I mean, my estimate would be top at 200,000 to do our portion. I would talk to the village if they want to do their parking lanes at the same time. I'm guessing they're not going to, just because it's a short notice and, to come up with the dollars to do that. They probably wouldn't be interested. But I just think it would be, we have the money in the improvement fund budgeted, it would be a good spot to get updated.
Get
new
it fixed.
pavement. Yeah,
How much would it cost to do the parking lanes?
I did not figure that out. I could figure it out. I mean, it would,
If
I
we got an
mean,
extra
it'd be-
75,000, if we could cut some type of an agreement, so it doesn't look like it's.
yeah,
hit
it
and
would
miss, you know?
probably, in just off the top of my head, in that $300,000 range,
A total project.
total project, yeah. I'd have to run the numbers on it, but
Of course, we'd have to be really careful here,
Yeah,
because if that's not our responsibility, I understand what you're saying. But if it's not our responsibility, we do that,
yeah,
every other town and village is gonna say, well, you did it for them.
you're setting precedent is what you're doing.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
county end, we repaved that a few years back, you know, that they paid for their portion of the parking lanes. You know, Jacobs did, so.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
certainly would get the estimates and ask the village and say, hey, it's gonna be done.
yeah,
Do you want it to look nice? or-
Yeah.
It'll be cheaper while they're there
for
Right.
sure.
than
Yeah,
to come in
Sure,
later.
that's
so.
right.
yep,
Yeah.
for sure.
If we had the money, maybe we could advance them. And they could, you know, their budget's already set and everything. If we're gonna be doing
They
it.
owe $1.2 million for their sewer.
Oh, I
I
know
don't think
about
they
that.
got any money. No
Yeah.
kidding.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Max, on that, what would that be, a grinding mower?
It would mill 2 inches and fill 2 inches,
Okay.
yeah. Yep,
So when's that scheduled to be done?
This year. or-
I would like to do it in 23, but I mean, so the committee would have to, you know, vote if you support that. And then I talked to Dan, which he was supportive of it. He wanted to talk to Mike and Dick. I don't know if he ever got a chance to see if it needed to go to finance or not. It's kind of a gray area because we're not changing our budget. We're not asking for more. We're not even actually changing it from, if we change our budget from one line item to the other, we're supposed to come to finance if it's over 25,000. We're not even changing that. This is improvement dollars. It's staying in improvement. It's just a different project,
Allocated for different
project. So yeah,
This project is on our to-do list now somewhere.
it is. Yes. Yep, for sure. It would just
Just
Get
be
it.
moving
Well,
that up.
sooner the better.
get it done
We can do
earlier.
it, so.
Yeah.
I'll make a
Get out of
motion
the
to go with your recommendation
Okay.
and further, what do you call it, discussion with town of Butternut on the passing for
Okay.
parking lanes.
Okay, so Mike's making a motion,
I'll second it.
Marty seconds, other questions? All those in favor say aye.
Is this,
Oh, go ahead.
this is money, this is a roll call vote? Or what?
It can be,
If you want,
yeah,
yeah,
okay,
I feel more comfortable. with
Okay.
a roll
okay,
call.
that's fine,
I can call Gary,
yes.
Martin,
Yes,
Michael,
Yeah,
Rich,
Yes,
William,
Yes.
unanimous vote for. So what do you think? Does it need to go to finance or can it be with this committee?
this committee's fine.
Okay. Dick, agree with that?
sure.
Okay.
As long as we have the money budgeted.
It's budgeted. We're not moving it
Sure.
to any other things. It's just a different project. So it's
It's
not.
already on the list. We're just getting to do it sooner, that's all.
So we're
Yeah.
just,
All right, thank you. That'll be great. I think the people of Butternut will appreciate that.
well, we should have
Just
put it in,
watching, 'cause in a
we
few
should have
minutes
put in a
I'm getting
motion,
call from the
pointing
doctor,
tenths a
so-
mile, approximately $200,000.
Oh,
That was his recommendation, right?
Yeah.
What was that? I did.
I said we should have put in the motion approximately 0.8 miles, estimated about approximately $200,000.
$200,000, yeah.
So therefore the motion would be more.
Yeah.
Not just a recommendation, oh, wow,
Yeah,
so numbers are,
A little more specific, yeah.
sure.
Good.
Estimated 200,000.
Marcia, you got all that? now?
and then he's gonna talk to the village over on
On the parking lanes.
How much of a drop off will it be from the parking lane to the thing?
It'll be the same, because we'll mill out 2 inches and put 2 inches back in, so it'll match, it'll just be new asphalt in the driving lanes.
Oh, well, then as long as it'll
It-
match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then they
Then
won't.
you'll know where to park, cause that'll be crappy looking.
yeah,
Okay.
it will not change the
Yeah, I was
profile. I
thinking,
mean, when they pave it, it could be a little,
okay.
you
I
know,
was-
just
I
in
was
the
thinking it
process.
was gonna
but
be noticeable.
No,
2 inches higher than the other.
Yeah.
it should come out the same.
Yeah, with a little writing on it, you didn't pay for it.
At least the water will go someplace. then.
Oh,
Right.
they're just taking you out to 22 foot. And just leave the old stuff there.
Yeah.
That'd be looking kind of.
Yeah,
Okay, road school.
road school. WCHA Road School will be running January 23, 24, 25 and 20 next year. Is anybody interested in attending? We need to have the registrations in by 12/22 this month, so next week.
Next week already.
Yeah. You can register late, but it's, well, the registration beforehand is 195 a person and after it's 270, so
Oh,
that
that's big.
takes a pretty good.
Where's it at?
It is at the Chula Vista and Wisconsin Dells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll call you sometime in the next couple of days. 'Cause I have a meeting in Milwaukee the week before, so we gotta just make sure that. Last year, they ran them in the same week.
Oh, yeah.
But-
They bumped this out a week because of Martin Luther King Day. They were having trouble getting people from the DOT to come and do seminars or attend because they had Martin Luther King Day off, so
Yeah.
they changed the week of it.
Okay,
Is there a set amount of people that can go or how's that work?
That's up to your committee. I mean,
Oh,
you guys can decide how many, all one. I mean, it's
You can-
totally up to you.
you can take your spouse and then there's a charge for that, but
It's usually good information.
Yeah.
I'm,
I'd like to go just to see. so I
anybody
know
wants to
something.
attend, I think it's good.
I'll let you know
Hopefully I'll be in Arizona, so I can't go.
Okay.
Do we need a motion to decide how many? Can you go, Mike?
no, I don't think we need a motion now. It's just call Matt if you're.
Well, I
gonna
mean,
go
if
by
you guys
next week.
wanna, if you wanna limit it to who all can go or not, but
though. I don't think
that's.
there's that many gonna
We
go.
Yeah.
never limited it before.
Dick has went many times. You know,
You go,
Marty,
Dick?
Marty has been there.
I've been there, yeah.
Rick used to always
Rick
go.
used to always go, yes. Yep.
So,
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Mhm.
23rd, 24th. We've got a dentist on the 24th at 1 o'clock. Can't give that up.
Yeah, dentist appointment are like gold
Man,
You
anymore.
never know, you probably have a board meeting
Like
one of
pulling
those days.
Yeah.
yeah,
Pulling teeth together.
what are those things that kids always chew on, that gummy? Or fruit, those little,
Gummy bears or
Fruit snacks?
something?
kind of like that.
No.
Well,
Not national.
my kids were up during the summer and they left some there and I thought, well, I'll try one. So I put
Oh.
one in my mouth and I was chewing on it, swallowed it,
Yeah,
and I lost my crown.
Yeah.
It was $1,700.
Those are
So
good.
those aren't allowed in my house anymore.
Mhm. They're good
Oh.
filling pores.
Yeah,
Anyways, okay, any items for the next agenda or potential next date?
I don't have any agenda items, proposing February 13th as our next meeting.
Okay.
Well, let's do a follow-up on this, butternut thing. You'll have a chance to, talk to the village,
Yeah,
if you're gonna do that or not.
okay. Well, by February 13th, I would like to have that bid out. You know, and either let you guys know that I move forward with it, or if it's over my 200,000, I'd have to come back to you. So I'd like to put that out to bid in January for an early February bid date. So
So when you do that, who opens the bids then?
I do,
Okay, but is there anybody else around or?
just usually
Okay,
Marcy and I or whoever is here, you know, Bruce,
I
but
just wonder how if, you know, if it's really a contested bid, if people show up or.
Yeah.
Do you announce it when you're going to open them or,
Well, we put it on the ad.
okay,
It will be publicly opened at, 2:00 on such and
Okay.
such a date at the highway department office.
okay.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so
Oh.
anybody's welcome to
Okay.
come.
Who do we expect? Oh, other than Northwoods a bid on it.
Yeah, I mean, this will be American Asphalt will bid on this
Yeah.
one because it's in the
Close.
south end of the county, but.
Yeah, well,
that-
who
that-
knows? I'm just saying if it was a contested one,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'd like to know what the procedure is, you know.
Yeah,
Are those guys still all under
I'll tell you the
Matthew?
deal, post that story after a
Yep.
while.
Okay.
American
We can
does
fit it in
basically
now.
the south half of the county and
Okay.
Northwoods does the north half, so.
There's a lot of Stevens Point.
So we have the next meeting date set for February 13th at 9. Everybody, or again, anybody who wants to go to road school, let Matt know by next week.
Yes, by the 22nd.
And then anything else? Or do you need the motion to adjourn?
Yep, pretty.
I want to hear nickel checks.
So the next meeting is February 13th?
13th, yeah.
February 13th.
Okay.
I got a question.
Mhm.
You know, like we're talking beginning of the meeting about the roads, you know. He was on Fridays when, because there's hardly anybody here, you reluctantly try to not to call people until it's absolutely necessary, even though it's snowing on the roads, or you do that? Or is it the same as the weekend? You
It's the
just call
same,
people?
same as anything. If it needs
Oh.
it, we call them. We don't reluctantly, we just,
Oh, okay.
we call them if needed, yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
Are you still on 4 days a week then, 10-hour days?
No, we're working 8s, but basically, if say they work 10 hours or say 8 hours on Saturday, then, they worked 8 hours on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so they're at a 40 hours for the week. If it's not snowing and we don't need them on Friday,
yeah.
they don't come in.
So,
They have their 40 hours in.
yeah,
So if we need them, we bring them in, but, and it's
it's the same no matter.
It's the
what.
same no
Okay.
matter what. If the roads need it, we take care of them. I mean, it
Okay.
doesn't, we don't think, no, we just take care of them.
Cause that Friday was kind of, roads were I was on the roads, and it was kind of a while before you started plowing, so I was just.
Okay.
wondering.
Yeah.
But the way Ashland County is, you got two extremes. It could be a totally different butternut compared to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Amber.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go from hell in the hydrogen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other
Just-
night, we came from Ashland about 9 o'clock, we were up at Northern College, and when we came through here, it was raining for about 2 miles. Then it stopped, it wasn't raining north or south, but just in this little area, it's raining.
I don't know if this would be a next agenda item or just a kind of a, some part of my commissioner report. I was contacted again recently by Midland Services in Ashland about fuel. And this comes up about once a year. They ask for our fuel business. And we're not opposed to giving them our fuel business. When we need fuel, we ask for prices from them and from other companies. Chief Oil usually gets it as the low price they deliver the fuel. Midland would like our business, they're local, I get it, but they usually approach me, and if then sometimes they will come to some of the board of supervisors to say, hey, we want the county business. So I put together just a quick, they had sent me recently what their prices were for the year. So if we would have bought fuel from them this year, it would have been about $14,000 more than where we bought it from. So just want you guys to be aware that if somebody asks, they're welcome to bid on it. They usually don't, or if they do, it's late. We've already bought the fuel because we like send it out for a quote and we want it the next day because fuel is a real short lead time. It's the prices ain't good for very long. So we run our tanks down as low as we can safely do it and fit a full tanker in there. Our tanks are kind of borderline large enough, I guess. We have to have it down far enough to be able to fit a tanker in there. So we need fuel.
I guess anybody can bid, and I'm a member of the co-op up
Mhm.
there. but they are high on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I've tried to buy propane for years from them and they can't compete. I don't know why,
Mhm.
but they're way out of whack.
Sure,
And so I say, everybody can bid. and Do as you're doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
but just for your information, if anybody was to ask you,
Yeah,
their numbers they gave me for this year and our numbers, our actual numbers is about $14,000 difference.
Where do you get it from now?
We generally, Chief Oil is the one that delivers. I'm not sure, are they out of Ironwood? or-
Would, yeah.
I think they are.
Mhm.
How often and when do you do it?
We do it whenever we need it, as needed. So we got 1, 2,
So every
3,
fill is different.
4, 5, 6 fills this year.
Every fill is different?
Yes, yep,
Okay, do you advertise for every fill or no?
yeah, he's supposed to put it out to get quotes for every fill.
So the simple answer is they didn't get the bid.
yeah, that's just, yeah.
Yeah.
And if they come in low, then
Yeah, to date, I checked it today, we've used 25,571 gallons of fuel this year
Yeah, okay.
for a cost
Yeah.
of about $107,000, so.
Did, as long as we're just talking about stuff in general, that salt shed, did you ever put a new roof on that salt shed?
We have not yet, no.
When is that due to do that?
It needs it. It's been losing shingles. We've been replacing them as needed. I'm putting pressure on the state to pay for it.
Okay,
I'm telling them that it's no benefit to the county. We have some salt in there, but not a large amount. It's no benefit for the county to put the investment in a new roof. It's about 180,000 per new roof.
would they go to metal or would they put
Uh,
shingles again?
We'd go to a rubber roof, actually.
Rubber roof?
Yeah, yep. I'm telling them, if the county has to pay for it, we're just gonna let it go and it can fall in and we'll build a shed to hold our 500 tons of salt that we need, a small shed for a lot less than 180,000. If you guys still want your storage, kick in the money and pay for it.
If the railroad ever came back through, would we use that with the auger and all that
That
business?
that whole business is all rusted out and shot. It's
Yeah.
it's
Sitting
not.
that long, it must have, yeah.
Yeah, we've been debating it for a year. How can we get it removed safely? It's
What
it's
the auger.
the whole conveyor system. That
Okay.
conveyor sticks up into that building for many feet, right up to the peak. So how do you,
Tear that down.
I don't know. I mean, I think we would have to get somebody in with a crane, cut a hole in the roof and get a hold of it. And then cut it loose and lower it down. It would be a
Well,
a
if you're
big
put- if you're
project.
Putting a new roof on, that would be the time to do it.
it might be, and
That would be
Yeah.
a good day to be in Arizona. when they-
yeah, it needs to go because at some point, the part in the building is good. Some of the outside stuff is getting really bad. We should probably remove it maybe this next year. And my guys can remove all that. But it's the part in the building that,
You think there's enough scrap metal in there that'd be worthwhile to have a company come and look at, it, like let's say Chicago Iron? They'll say, well, we'll take it out if we can keep all the metal.
it's possible. I don't know. I guess I don't know
The
what,
price of scrap being down,
Yeah,
they're not gonna do it.
there's
Right
some
now,
big
it's-
electric motors and
Well, and
there's
the
all
whole
the steel
outside
and
is shingles. The shingles right down to the,
of the roof. Yeah,
The
but I
roof.
mean, he's talking just the conveyor.
yeah,
Oh,
conveyor.
The
part.
metal conveyor part. I mean, that would be ideal if
Yeah.
somebody would just say, you can have it if you remove it.
Yeah.
I think the demo cost would be pretty steep.
Yeah,
depending on the crane. We paid $450 an hour for that crane we used on a fire tower.
sure.
Yeah, gotta say, so I need is a crane with a couple torches.
Yeah,
That
Long
$10,
handle.
no offense, but that $10 fire tower wound up costing a little over $60,000. But
Mm.
take it down and put it back up.
wow.
The state sold it for $10 and Richard spent over 60 grand taking it down and putting it up. So.
Yeah,
Okay. But anyway, do we need a motion to adjourn?
I just got another question.
Mhm.
I see there's like three or four things on the wall behind you, this Moose River Bridge and, all that stuff.
yeah,
Those are things to do.
Is that for 23?
yeah. I mean, a lot of that, well, these could be dead trees can be taken through the winter now, you know.
Okay,
The flumes are, there's some, we need to put some asphalt where the water runs off of the bridge down the, down the slope. It kind of keeps washing out. Oh, my anglers, all they've been working on it. I don't know if they finished it yet. Forestry asked us to fix up that fence between the boat launch behind anglers all in that, I don't know if that's that condo yard there. They've been
so
having some
that would
complaints
be
there.
stuff when you don't get any snow or you got time.
Yeah, I know they were working on it last week. I don't know if they finished it or not, that fence.
Actually, that board looks pretty good, because last summer
Yeah.
that board was full.
You know, the bronze, obviously, the deck patching, we're not gonna be able to do it. He has a rut pave. He just put that on his list. And we're gonna pave that now. So you guys approved that so that we will not be rut paving it.
Yeah,
Patching, you know, there's patching to do on 2 and GG. That's can be done now.
I see
so.
Brunswick brushing. So right now, as long as the crews need to work,
Mhm,
if you don't have any snow or something that you have to do,
mhm.
excuse me, they would work on brushing and.
Yep, there should be guys at the Brunsweiler today when you go north there. They might not be there yet. They're gonna work on their trucks and make sure they're all ready, blades and cleaned up and ready for snow, but then they're gonna be working on the Bruns.
Did we ever do anything on the signs for rivers and?
They
State
are,
highway, yeah.
they are ordered. The county signs, I ordered them about 3 weeks ago
Yeah,
and I have not seen them yet, but we'll get them up
Yeah,
The
here.
just-
soon.
state bridges, they put all new signs, well, they put new signs up the whole frickin' way on 13, all the road signs that were replaced. all the
Yeah,
bridge-
We did that. We did the road
Right.
signs, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen it,
Yep.
I've been waiting to find out which one of those ones that crosses GG is the Marengo River. There's
Oh.
3 or 4 of them.
Oh, that,
Yeah.
the Marengo, there won't be a sign for that because that's really not a bridge.
Oh,
It's just a
culvert.
culvert. Yeah, I only
Oh.
ordered them for the bridges.
So
Right,
just
right.
have to spend a few more years. at
So
that bridge.
The only one that will be on GG, North GG will be McCarthy Creek.
You have a problem with people tearing road signs down?
We do not,
No?
no,
Okay.
Shooting them.
shooting them up or some paintballs at
Yeah.
times, but really not removal. I mean, cars
We
hit
used-
them and snowstorms
We had to
and
go to a
stuff.
special screw a couple years ago, that you couldn't take off with a regular screwdriver. They had a different insert
Yeah.
because they were stealing the turtle crossing signs. I'll bet they're all up at Northern College in a window somewhere. But yeah,
Yeah,
as soon as they were put up, they were gone. So now they have a special head for the screw to, so you couldn't take them because.
Like Moonshine Alley up in Benita. They have a hard time keeping that one up, too.
I see one good thing about your board though. There's no now your or nice list up there. So that's a good
That's in a stance.
thing.
So, for information is, over on US 2. Do we have any, idea? Or does DOT have, anything planned for rehab or reconstruction of that?
yeah, I don't have that list in front of me, but from Bad River to the Iron County line. I don't know if it's in the next couple of years. I was thinking next year, but I don't think it is. It might be the following.
Because the worst part of US 2 in Ashland County is the worst state road in the state that
Well, I don't,
I get around, but.
yeah, it's
but
not the worst
especially-
one. I don't know if you drove 169.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
that's a snake out there anyway.
yeah,
But from, say, Bear Trap to the village or the Bear Trap to Bedford Bridge or that is by the town hall is where that thing is just.
yeah. And actually,
those trucks
that's,
are just-
I'd have to look at that last list. That's not anytime soon. It's from Bad River out to the hill is what's scheduled next.
And that's supposed to be a phase project too, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was
I
just a
thought-
rehab project.
And then I
Anyway,
had,
but-
well, heck, this is back when I was on the council yet. DOT is looking for the tribe to give them an alternate location to build a bridge. Because when they do the Bad River Bridge, that's gonna be a total new construct.
Mhm.
So if we take that bridge out, boy, they're gonna have a,
Yeah, I haven't heard anything on that. you know, that's talks probably between the tribe and the DOT that I haven't been privy to.
And then, of course, the tribe doesn't want to do anything because they don't want to lose the revenue on the casino land, so.
Sure.
So that's being pushed back, and, but how far do you push it, and
Yeah.
how far do they let that road go?
Mhm.
I'm tuning on them too.
Speaking about 169, that's slated for like 27 or something, or 25,
I think 25 maybe.
25.
Is there a motion to adjourn? Marty makes a motion. Is there a second? Second by Rich. All those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Hour.
Well, Marcia, you made it through your first meeting.